She rocked me to the east, she rocked me to the west, but she's the girl that I love best. So tutti frutti, oh Rudy.
You made so fast. As you late. I can only see one. Ow! Yeah, there, girl. Move along.
It's got Elvis-inspired rock songs, underwater bar fights, and a cow in rubber boots.
Stay behind the guards.
If you think you know Top Secret, think again, because this Cold War spoof didn't just parody spy movies. It sabotaged every Hollywood rule in the book and turned absurdity into an art form. Here are 20 shocking secrets you never knew about Top Secret. And trust me, even the producers had no idea what they were getting into. Number 1. Val Kilmer's very first movie role was this one. Yep, before Batman, before Top Gun, and long before he became a Hollywood icon, Kilmer was cast as rock and roll heartthrob Nick Rivers. He beat out dozens of actors, including some real rock stars, by singing Elvis covers at his audition. That's right, those vocals in the movie? 100% Kilmer, no dubbing, no auto-tune. He sang every song himself and even helped rewrite some lyrics to make them funnier. The directors were so impressed, they said his music skills sealed the deal. Number 2. The directors behind Top Secret were the same trio who made Airplane, Jim Abrahams and brothers David and Jerry Zucker. After Airplane exploded in popularity, the studio gave them free rein to make another spoof. But instead of going with a safe genre, they combined two, World War II resistance movies and Elvis musicals. They wanted to spoof both at once, and the result was a chaotic blend of singing, shooting, and slapstick. The crew called it the most fun nightmare they ever worked on. Number 3. The movie's backward scene, totally real. The scene where the characters speak in reverse wasn't filmed with camera tricks. It was memorized line by line in reverse phonetics.
You made so fast. As you late.
The actors had to train with dialect coaches just to pronounce the words backwards. They even rehearsed body movements and prop handling in reverse. Then the footage was flipped in editing. The result? A surreal moment that's still being studied in film schools as one of the strangest scenes ever put on screen. Number 4. That underwater bar fight, shot without CGI or wires. It took weeks of training, custom-made weighted props, and a full team of scuba divers behind the scenes. The bar set was built inside a tank, with hidden oxygen tubes and divers just out of frame ready to help. It's the first, and maybe only, underwater fistfight in cinematic history, filmed entirely in one take. The filmmakers called it their most ambitious gag, and it nearly didn't happen due to safety concerns. Number 5. The cow in rubber boots was inspired by a joke from the Far Side comics. The visual gag of sneaking a cow through enemy territory in boots was so absurd, the directors built the scene around it. They had custom cow boots made and trained the animal for 2 weeks. The cow was so well behaved, the crew joked it took direction better than most extras. And yes, those were real boots. Rubber soles. Size huge. Number 6. Many of the German lines in the film were just gibberish. The actors playing the East German villains were often told to say whatever sounded angry and European. Some even made up fake German words. In fact, one actor slipped in the phrase sauerkraut disco during a shouting match. Real German-speaking viewers either burst out laughing or stared in total confusion. The filmmakers later admitted they prioritized rhythm and tone over real translation. Number 7. The prop department went absolutely wild. From a giant phone the size of a refrigerator to a book titled 1001 Nazi Jokes, every object on set was custom built for blink and you'll miss it comedy. One scene has a bookshelf collapse for no reason. There's no setup, no payoff. The reason? None. It was just funny. The team created hundreds of visual gags, most of which are still being discovered by fans on rewatch. Number 8. Kilmer did most of his own stunts, including some painful ones. In one scene, he gets flung from a fake horse. He landed wrong and bruised his hip, but he refused a stunt double. He also did his own pratfalls, dives, and even the musical numbers while sliding across tables. Kilmer said, "If I wanted to be a serious actor, this was the most ridiculous way to start, but I loved every minute of it." Number 9. The Swedish bookstore scene is actually performed in reverse. The entire thing was choreographed and shot backwards, then played in reverse to look normal, adding another layer of absurdity. You'll notice fish flying back into a tank and books floating up to shelves. The actors had to learn their lines in phonetically reversed English. It was so complicated, the scene took 4 full days to shoot, just for 1 minute of screen time. Number 10. Val Kilmer released a full-length top-secret soundtrack album. It includes all the Elvis-style songs from the film, recorded with real musicians and studio-quality production. The album didn't chart when it came out, but over the years, it gained a cult following. Today, collectors pay top dollar for vinyl copies. Kilmer even performed one of the songs live at a film festival in the early 2000s. Number 11. The opening beach scene parodies Blue Hawaii, Gidget, and the Beach Boys all at once. That's why the song Skeet Surfing blends 60s surf rock with military-style weaponry. The directors wanted to signal immediately that this film wasn't just parodying one thing. It was ready to mock everything. They used 30 extras, trained them in dance moves and fake rifle handling, and shot the scene over 2 chilly mornings. Number 12. There's a reason everything feels like a cartoon. The directors intentionally used animation logic. If a joke made sense in a Bugs Bunny short, they made it happen. That's why scenes cut suddenly.
Is he all right?
Oh, he caught a cold the other day, and he's just a little hoarse.
Objects change size, and characters defy physics. The idea was to keep viewers off balance, to make it feel like anything could happen. The result? A movie where no 2 scenes feel the same. Number 13. Lucy Gutteridge, who played Hillary, was classically trained in Shakespeare before taking this role. She was used to Shakespearean dialogue and dramatic stage productions, but took on Top Secret to try something new. She later said acting opposite rubber chickens and slapstick chaos was one of her most freeing creative experiences. Number 14. Peter Cushing's giant eye gag was shot using practical effects. His glasses were built with a real oversized magnifying lens. The rig was so heavy that he could barely move his head while wearing it. Cushing, known for his serious horror roles, loved the bit. He even improvised a few extra moments, like blinking dramatically just to emphasize the effect. Number 15. The movie tested terribly at first. Preview audiences didn't know what to make of it. Many walked out confused. But when home video became popular, Top Secret exploded in popularity. It became a word-of-mouth favorite, passed around college dorms and comedy fan circles. Today, it's considered a cult classic that paved the way for shows like Family Guy and movies like Hot Shots. Number 16. Many of the gags were improvised. The actors were encouraged to try anything that might get a laugh. One famous unscripted moment: the soldier who gets slapped and then turns around and slaps another guy for no reason. Another, a dog that randomly barks in sync with the score. The script was more of a suggestion than a rulebook. Number 17. Val Kilmer kept a prop guitar from set and used it years later when he toured with a musical comedy show. He said, "It's the only guitar that survived being fake, underwater, and set on fire." He even joked that the guitar deserved its own film credit. Fans who attended his shows in the 2000s might have seen that same guitar up close. Number 18. The film contains dozens of hidden references to other spy movies. One villain's outfit is identical to a Bond villain's. Another scene mimics the lighting from Casablanca. There are even background posters in German with fake movie titles that parody real films. The art department hid Easter eggs everywhere. Some still haven't been identified. Number 19. Critics were divided. Some called it brilliant. Others said it was too weird. Roger Ebert gave it a mixed review, saying it was inventive, but overwhelming. Decades later, it holds a high score on Rotten Tomatoes and is frequently ranked among the best cult comedies of all time. Comedy writers often cite it as one of the most daring screenplays of the 80s. Number 20. The directors have said they'll never make a sequel, not because they didn't want to, but because they believe lightning only strikes once. They said Top Secret was a beautiful mistake. The studio asked about follow-ups, but the trio declined every offer. They believed part of the magic was its randomness, and that trying to recreate it would only ruin the joke. Bonus fact: Despite being a full-on parody, Top Secret was nominated for a few International Film Awards in comedy and music categories. It never won, but the fans say it won their hearts. Today, it's quoted by comedians, referenced in shows, and studied in film schools as a masterclass in absurdist storytelling. And in an era full of sequels and safe bets, Top Secret remains an untouchable gem of glorious nonsense